All right, what is up, guys? Welcome back to Late Night Shots Podcast, episode 66. As you guys know, the last chance qualifier will be starting tomorrow. It will be started with women's freestyle and Greco. But we're here to mainly go over the freestyle stuff because, again, I'll be honest, all I really follow is Greco heavyweight. That's what it is. I haven't looked too much at anything else, but at Greco, I think we've all pretty much narrowed it down to Colton Schultz or Adam Kuhn.
Yep.
And freestyle, I think we've all narrowed down Gable Stevenson coming out the bottom half. But again, we want to talk more about these other guys that come out in any of these weight classes, right? So we're going to start at 57. You can start with this one if you want.
All right, let me just find the
All right,
thing on
I'll
that.
start. So first seed is Zane Richards from Titan Mercury. Second seed is Jack Mueller, a national finalist from New York RTC. Third seed is Darian Cruz from New York Athletic Club, Frank Pirelli from Titan Mercury, Daniel DeShazer from Gopher Wrestling Club, Sean Russell from Gopher Wrestling Club, Austin Miller from New England RTC, and Matthew Rams from Gopher RTC. So lower guys, a lot of Minnesota guys right there. So and obviously Titan Mercury, I think inside and Kiss Kids are like the two biggest clubs out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so nothing really surprising. So who do you really see coming out of this bracket? Because a name that sticks out to me is, again, Darren Cruz, national champ.
I think Mueller. I think Mueller could do some damage.
The top two will get a bid to the Olympic trials. So I haven't seen much of Zane Richards. Is he? You think he's deserving of the one seed here?
Yeah, I don't know. When was the last time that he wrestled? Otherwise, I say that for all I know, he wrestled like on some.
I'm pretty sure Zach Sanders got a bid though to the trials. Right after pinning Gilman.
Yeah.
I don't think, because I was reading this thing. They said we're going to count these past events and special events as a factor to our seeding, and I thought that was very interesting because this may just hurt Gwiz. This can't hurt Gwiz. I mean, because he already has the one seed locked up, but maybe hurt some other guys. For seeding criteria that shouldn't really matter, like guys like Dom Bradley, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It would essentially give him, I think, a 6 seed, right?
Right.
So I think either way he's going to meet Mason Paris there. I think Paris is a better matchup than Gable, especially for a guy like Don Bradley. One bad shot from Paris. It's either Paris is going to complete those shots, somehow just run right through him, or Bradley's just going to squash him every single shot, and that's just come around to hurt him.
Yeah.
If I don't see anywhere that's not too close of a match, but again, currently most likely will pull an 8 seed, 9 seed, what would that be, 10 seed? And that may be him facing Tony Nelson. He did lose to Tony Nelson like 2 years ago, 3-0. I don't think it means too much. I think he pretty much beats Tony again. Tony's getting old. He doesn't look the most impressive, but I think Kerfley's guy is probably just going to snatch his ankles pretty quickly.
Yeah, probably.
And seeing how he's wrestling and seeing how Paris kind of just got right to him.
Mm-hmm. All right, so 65 kilos.
If we look at, I kind of want to talk about this, but look at the two names. There's two people that make it out. Who do you see making out 57?
I think seeds hold Mueller and Richards.
Richards, do you think Darian Cruz can make it? Or Frank Pirelli?
Darian Cruz has just kind of looked. I mean, he's good. He just hasn't looked quite at that caliber to meet with all those other 57 kilo guys.
Yeah, I feel you. For being a national
Mueller
champ, the dude
shut him out pretty easily.
The dude's kind of been falling off for being as good as he is.
Yeah.
All right, 65.
I hate to say it about any wrestler, but Cruz has kind of fallen off.
Yeah. 65, one of the most stacked weight classes of the last chance qualifier. Pat Lugo hasn't qualified. I don't even know if the U.S. has qualified 65 kgs because I remember reading that somewhere. But anyways,
we aren't?
I don't even know. I'm pretty sure we are if they're having this. But that being said, Pat Lugo is the 1 seed. Hawkeye Wrestling Club. For being as good as Iowa is, their wrestling club's kind of ass.
I mean, Pat Lugo's been on fire lately.
He has, right? And then you have Evan Henderson from Titan Mercury. Was it Titan Mercury?
Mm-hmm.
Mitch McKee, Gopher RTC. Luke Pletcher, Pittsburgh Wrestling Club. Matthew Kalaji, New Jersey RTC. Dean Ohio, Navy Navy Marine Corps Mac Club. Sean Faust, Central Coast RTC. Shelton Mac, Titan Mercury. If you look here, I think we can both agree that Lugo kind of walks through this.
Yeah, I think Henderson may give him a match, but that'd be about it.
I don't even.
Which is crazy to think about, considering Luke Pletcher was a lot of people's choices to win it all last year. Wait, 140.
That's 141. Lugo's 149.
It was 149.
Pletcher's 141 with Nick Lee.
Right.
I think we talked about this here. I think Lugo takes the first spot. Evan Henderson versus Mitch McKee. McKee had Henderson basically dead to rights, and Henderson caught a cradle off of McKee's cradle and pinned him.
Yeah.
So again, I think these are the times where experience is gonna most likely win matches. That's really what I've seen.
Yeah.
And his length has looked to give McKee some problems too.
Yes.
Same thing how he handled, I think, Anthony Echemendia was like Echemendia in freestyle is a threat.
Yeah.
Nick Lee is qualified though. That's something we have to look at.
Yeah.
I think that's something I really want to talk because where does Nick Lee stand? Obviously Zane probably
fitting 65 kilos.
I don't think he goes 65. I mean, he has a spot at the trials. That's all I'm really trying to say.
I don't think he cracks that top 3.
That top 3 is pretty damn good, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, McKenna.
I will say though, Lugo and Henderson at 65 get the bids. I think if McKee or Pletcher also good. Pletcher's been looking good. He kind of handled Dean Howe too. Dean Howe's an NCAA champ too, for sure.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't close. So.
Yeah.
And the second most stacked weight class.
Holy 74 shit, 74 kilograms. Goddamn.
I know people were talking about how does Ryan Deacon number 1, Alec Pantalia number 2, Chance Marcel number 3, Tyler Berger number 4, Vincenzo Joseph number 5, Joey LaValle number 6, Josh Shields number 7, and Julian Ramirez number 8. That's pretty fucking stacked. All of these guys are multiple-time All-Americans.
Yes.
Except for Julian Ramirez or Joey LaValle. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. So my first thought is this feels like another case where maybe the seeds hold and it's Deacon and Pantaleo in the finals and then they get the bid.
They're wrestling for a true second.
They are wrestling for a true second.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what I will say is the fact that Vincenzo Joseph's at a 5 seed says a lot.
Yeah.
Julian Ramirez is, again, I think he's he's not going anywhere just for the sole fact that he's yet to wrestle a match in college yet.
Does Nolf not plan on wrestling Olympic team trials?
Nolf's already into trials. Nolf's already into trials.
What qualified him?
Huh? A lot of things, dude. He's been qualified for a minute now.
Oh, because they keep past the chief. I keep forgetting that.
Oh, he wouldn't even have to wrestle in this. He's like, yeah, no, Nolf's. Yeah, no, it's not even close. I thought Final X qualified you, but apparently I was wrong with that. But, people were talking about how does Deacon have the scene over Pantaleo. One beat James Green and one didn't. That's essentially what it comes down to, And, who is my choice here? As much as I dislike Michigan, I'm sorry, Logan Massa, fuck you. But as we go about this, Alec Pantaleo is my number 1 pick, right? I think we can agree on this. The way he's been wrestling. And, again, Deacon's not.
I like Berger and Joseph. I feel like, again, because Joseph, again, with that inside trip, he can, there's always that weird X factor that can happen. But
yeah, but again, he would have to hit that multiple guys here that are maybe just outclass him. I don't think Berger outclasses him or Marsteller. I think Pantaleo and Deacon may outclass him a little bit.
Yeah.
That's crazy to say. The fact that neither of those guys have won a national title. Pretty sure Chenzo's the only guy who's won the title in this weight class.
Well, I mean, Pantaleo was also in the same weight class as Zane Rutherford, so I mean, he can't.
And Jason Nolf.
Yeah.
I would give him the edge over Nolf now if he wrestles the way he did. I mean, that's obviously close. I also think I don't think Nolf has fallen off. I think he just hasn't performed to his potential on the freestyle scene yet.
He's just developing. It
Yeah,
happens.
that's the problem. Again, he has to grow into 74 also.
Yeah,
That's just
growing
rough,
to
'cause-
70. Oh, my first thought was Marsteller, and I was like, that dude is built like a tree stump. What do you mean
Dude.
growing to 74?
Storaci at 74, right? Yeah. Yeah. No, Storaci's not going to 86. Storaci's going to 74.
He was pretty goddamn big for 74.
I mean, he wrestled Marsteller. I mean, I think he's going 74. That's what I'm saying now. I think Storaci beats everybody on this list. That's what I will say.
Yeah.
But again, beating everybody
Yeah.
on this list doesn't really matter when you have Jordan Burroughs and Kyle Dake and Isaiah Martinez. Low key, I'm starting to like AJ Ferrari more because on that post, remember I commented 7-1. AJ Ferrari's like, don't sleep on my boy Isaiah Martinez. So I like him now.
Imar is
Dude, he's like,
is Imar gonna wrestle? He's got a kid on the way and he's recovering from surgery.
hopefully he does. He's recovering from surgery.
I hope he does.
I don't think it's anything too bad though, right? I mean,
I think it was something bad. I think it was his knee.
That's pretty bad. But yeah, nah, I think again, Berger is not really gonna get anywhere in this weight class. Neither is Marsteller.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty handily Deacon and Metalio, unless Deacon throws hard.
Yeah.
I could see Deacon losing. I'll be honest with that one.
Yeah.
Because again, Berger has beat him in the past.
Yes.
That being said, I think Pentalio is a sound choice. Who do you have as your top two? I have Deacon and Metalio.
Deacon Pentalio. This sucks because like the seating holds. It's good seating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one it may not hold. 86 kilograms.
Holy.
The most
I love
stacked weight class. 3, 4. Essentially,
I think
national
Mark
titles
Hall
in this weight class.
I think Mark Hall finally finds his groove and wins this. I think he's been struggling with the weight class just because of size, but people forget how good he is.
I know we're trying to get him on the podcast and all, but again, I'm a huge Gabe Dean fan. I just can't rock. I take Dean. I love Gabe. I love all three of these guys. I really can. Like, and I've been pulling for Drew Foster as much as possible. But I think the safe thing to say is, dude, you saw how Nate Jackson wrestled against Kyle Snyder and Jaden Cox. Like, he can't be Gabe
Jackson winning it. That's what I got.
I have Gabe Dean winning. The thing here is they wrestle for a true second. Mark Hall is Nate Jackson's figured it out against Mark Hall. I don't know how. He went upper body with Mark Hall. That's not the
frame
thing.
advantage. Like a ridiculous advantage frame.
And that's over everybody at 86, essentially, except for David Taylor and Zayde Valencia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Gabe Dean, I think that win over Bo Nickel kind of gave him what he needed.
Yeah.
To get to that level.
Yeah.
I will give Gabe Dean this. I think if Nate Jackson and Mark Hall meet there, I think it's kind of the same result. If Mark Hall plays the match good, he can win. Plays it smarter than he did last time. He'll win, not give up a last second upper body takedown. There, Drew Foster is again a huge dark horse.
Yeah.
But that's the whole ass national champ. Max Dean at number 7, bro. Max Dean beat Nate Jackson. CJ Brucky, always got to pull for him. And Taylor Lujan, essentially, would we call him a national champ or would we call him a COVID national champ?
COVID champ.
Yeah, personally, just because he's the one seed, I'll give him that. But again, I would pick Brooks. Yeah. That's just me. Or Caffey. I will say, yeah, Gabe Dean, Nate Jackson, I think might just be the way to go. I think Hall can do it though. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I just have Gabe Dean number 1 in this weight class. What about you?
Yeah, like I said, Jackson Hall in the finals. Yeah, it's always so tough to call these matches just because, for one, I like both of them a lot. Like, I want them both to win, but you can't have that. So
yeah, I feel you. But yeah, as we do get into, dude, my shirt's like I should have picked a different shirt to wear. This one's like wrinkly as fuck. But anyways, 97. There's a huge name right here who hasn't qualified in freestyle or Greco. Braxton Amos.
Yeah.
And that's kind of huge right there because he's getting not a huge guy who's going to come out with dominance, but I do have Amos versus Ferrari national finals next year. I think Amin's going to kind of get left in the dust there just by these newer, really good guys. I think Beard's going to make substantial improvement. I think Buchanan just came on the scene this year. He's going to come up. I think Adam's going to just probably get on the podium. Get on the podium next year. I think Amin will stay with an All-American spot, but I think 184 would have been a better place for him.
Yeah.
I don't know why he went from 74 to 97. That just seems kind of, unless he's focusing more on the Olympics than this, which again, that's probably more important. Being an Olympian over being a national champion, but yeah, you never know. But
yeah.
Ben Honis is the 1 seed. I think he wrestles for Titan Mercury. Austin Schaefer, New York Athletic Club, Scotty Boykin, Spartan RTC, Braxton Amos, Wisconsin RTC, Morgan Smith, Ohio RTC, Gavin Hoffman, Titan Mercury. I think 2 names we can cross off right now: Morgan Smith and Gavin Hoffman. No respect, but
yeah.
I think I will say this. I think Honus can hold his seat and take out the 1. I have. It's hard for me to pick against Braxton Amos. This is like, I've never seen a high school upperweight be this technically sound before.
Yeah.
Coming out of high school. And he's maintained it. Like, he's doing very well. I will take, I think, again, he's not going to make the finals because he's going to have Honus. But he does beat out Schaefer for the true second and wins that. And secures a spot in the draws. Again, doesn't really matter. For the sole fact, like, you have AJ Ferrari there, Kyvan Gadsden, Colin Moore, you could basically just call a national champ. And then you got 6 more. You got 6 more national titles waiting in the finals and the semis for you with Jaden Cox and Kyle Snyder. I will say I do think Cox is the more beatable guy there. That's just my opinion on it. I think if you take down Cox, he's vulnerable, and we've seen it before. So Snyder's more mentally smarter of a wrestler than Cox is, and that's just proven throughout their previous matchups. He's been able to wrestle better, and Snyder knows how to preserve a lead very well.
Yeah, he's very good at that.
Except for Adam Kuhn tossing his little ass with a body lock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he's never gonna be able to, that's why I don't like, Kuhn versus Snyder, it was a rivalry, but I don't think, they're probably best friends now. Both of them are making Olympic teams.
I probably
that's crazy for me to think about. I don't think there's any true hatred there. You know what I'm saying? I think it was more just competitive friendship. Yeah. It's kind of just what Snyder had to do. Because again, Olympics over college, obviously.
Yeah.
But, the way that match is decided, it's it's a national title at the end of the day, but nothing eventful. It was just a bad shot and a throw by Snyder, and then it was over. But, yeah. 125. So.
It's not very notable, if I'm going to be real honest.
As usual, this is a fuck up of a weight class. Derek White, Titan Mercury, national finalist, lost to Anthony Cassar in the national finals. Tanner Hall, All-American, Arizona State. Stalling legend. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. But Jordan Wood, number 3. Lehigh Valley Wrestling Club. I think if I don't, again, Jordan Wood lost to Greg Kerflit. Is that something we can truly hold against him? Not really. No. I don't think he deserves a seating over Kerflit, but he deserved a seating over. Yeah, that's really what that is. He got thrown by the dude from Air Force, Mike Hendrickson, and something Henderson, and he couldn't come back. He lost by a point. It's not like he was the worst guy. He just put himself in a bad position, got thrown, and couldn't recover. That's what that came down to. Mike Kasoy from the damn RTC. I don't even know who that is. I'll be honest with you right now. Danny Chade, the boy from California RTC. The Mountain of a Man, Saran Francisco, Titan Mercury. Mauro Correnti from the Penn RTC. And, our boy Zach Elam from the Tiger Style Wrestling Club, Mizzou, basically. Obviously, I think Derek White's probably going to take it. That's, again, a guy who lost 6-4 to Adam Kuhn, went to Criteria with Don Bradley. Lost to Yusuf Hamida pretty handily. That's very interesting to me. Hamida at the Olympic trials. That's something who may just be the hugest dark horse.
Yeah.
Because he's been practicing with Adam Kuhn. He's like the perfect blend of a heavyweight. He just doesn't have the athleticism to push him there. I will say, I think Derek White wins it. I think Tanner Hall, Saran Francisco, or Danny Chade can take the second spot. And I'll be quite frank with you. I'm not going to do technique breakdown on this shit, but Saran Francisco is built like a fucking brick wall.
Yeah.
So I would give him a second. And Derek White is literally called bulk job. So, yeah. So who do you have in this weight class?
It's interesting. I think I hate to say it for like a third time. I just think that the seats hold, and we end up with Derek White over Tanner Hall.
I think, again, anybody who can take down Tanner Hall is going to take him down at will. It's just whether he can get in his legs or not. He's just a very – I hate – he's a fucking stalls. Like, I know we talk about heavyweight wrestling. Like, that's literally what he does. Like, there's literally nowhere to go back. Like, again, you have a guy like Bradley who just, like, hand fights. He doesn't really do much, but he fires off attacks.
Yeah.
And they're fucking fun to watch when he blasts up as a shit out of somebody.
Yes.
He's done to the best guys. He's done to Nick Wisdowski, Gable Steveson, Tony Nelson, Tervel Lochnev, Steve Mako. It's like he's done it. Zach Elam, Mauro Correnti, maybe some extremely dark horses. Correnti almost beat Neville's. He was up 2-0, got taken down and laced and teched with about 10 seconds left. Very weird match. I don't know how to feel about that, but these are going to be our picks for the last chance qualifier. I know Greco is starting tomorrow. I'll be looking at that. I haven't really went over the brackets too much there, but I think it's safe to say at this point with Schultz looking at his performance at NCAAs, that's crazy now. You can start judging like national senior level success off of what college wrestling does at this weight class now.
Yeah.
Like, you have to look, there's 4 guys who are qualified. Schultz and Greco, and then Gable Steveson, Mason Paris, Greg Kerfliet. I want to see that Kerfliet rematch where at least Kirk is decently healthy against Paris. Because, if you watch that match, like, it was, like, essentially, like, it looked one-sided, but people were like, and score-wise, he lost by 5 points. Yeah, that's what that is. But if you watched it, you saw Gable actually showing some respect for his athleticism.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, it's just because he's a friend. Like, no. Like, if you watch the match, Gable took one sloppy shot, and Kirk got in a re-attack and took him down.
Yeah.
Like, he's not just going to hand you a takedown. Especially a guy who's trying to protect a perfect, like, not getting taken down the entire season.
Yeah.
Even with that being said, like, again, I think Mason Paris may just be the breakout win for him, but
possibly.
Because, again, we talk about it, it's like people are like, oh, you're too high on him, whatever. It was never a case of, like, if you look back to a guy like David Garr, it was never a case of whether he would get to the top or not. It was a case of when, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at RBY, he was like, would he ever get to the top? And he did. It just really goes like that. It's like Dayton Fix. We always knew he was going to be like one of these top level competitors from the start.
Yeah.
Especially too. Carefully is getting the guys building them to weight class. And you really see that a lot of times. You get Tony Nelson 7th as a freshman, this, that. I think this year does go to Gable, but I want to do a separate episode on that.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be interesting topic for discussion when Gable does have to wrestle. I don't think Gable gets the bye to the semis either because he's not a world medalist also. He's going to have to wrestle through the whole tournament. And that's where problems arise. But, yeah, that being said, any final words?
No, not really. I mean, it's going to be a kind of wrestling, but I'm just excited for the fucking team trials, man.
So this kind of a weird episode tape. We kind of filmed this last minute, but I just want to get something out for you guys. That being said, thank you guys for listening to the Latest Shots podcast. It's been episode 66. We covered a lot of stuff in the last chance qualifier. We're gonna be covering Adam Kuhn versus Colton Schultz, Gable Stevenson versus Nick Wasdowski, versus who I think will be Gable Stevenson, and Adam Kuhn versus who I think will be Colton Schultz. I'm not gonna just say all that bullshit because we've seen it happen multiple times where even the best of locks just go down. Yeah. He hasn't been one of them, but again, this isn't nationals. These guys are better than that, even though half of them wrestled nationals. But these are guys who've all had success in the college level. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys again next time.
Peace.